We all know physical stamina and flexibility decrease as we age.
Tonight at 5, Stormfield continues his special report on senility.
Don't let old age worry you. Just keep going.
Remember, there is hope.
Then, at 6.
My luggage wound up in New York. We had to sleep on the floor. It was horrible.
Don't let this happen to you. Bob Blanchard reports.
Watch Eyewitness News plus senility at 5.
And Bum Voyage at 6, tonight.
Joan Rivers on stage, 7:30 tomorrow.
Cameron, this door's locked.
Is that all she said? That she'd hidden the phone book somewhere? How do you know she isn't lying?
She isn't clever enough to lie.
She was clever enough to lie her way into a marriage.
Oh, no. Don't give her too much credit, Constantine. Every move she's made has been under my precise direction.
They told me about your ego.
Well, they told me about your integrity.
I simply decided it was time to switch sides.
Ah, and more profitable.
Tell me more about the girl. Why do you believe her?
The story's credible. She found the phone book list on a computer disk.
A what?
Computer disk. It makes perfect sense. Everything's computerized these days. The original phone book list was probably put on a computer. Why not the copy?
And where was this disk?
Sitting in Ian Devereaux's computer, of course. Innocently looking like nothing more than a chess game.
You mean it was encoded?
Exactly. The code was in Jefferson Brown's diary. She found that. That led to the discovery.
Sounds like the truth. And why hasn't she simply given you the disk?
Well, that's the problem. She wants some kind of a letter of official confirmation of Whitney's exoneration. Now, she doesn't know that I've already admitted to framing him. She mustn't know that, or she'll tell everyone about the phone book. And anyone who knows about that has to be eliminated.
Oh, and that's why you called me in, Because you can't do the wet work yourself?
Oh, you'd be surprised what I can do. But no, I'm not looking for a butcher, Constantine. I'm looking for an assistant, someone to help me extract the truth.
You want me to convince her that I have the authority to exonerate Schuyler Whitney?
No, I don't want to play any more games with her. I want you to convince her that the wisest thing she can do is tell us the truth.
You don't want an assistant, Cameron. You want a medieval torturer. All right. First thing we should do is this.
So there you are. I thought you left me alone. Why'd you lock that door?
Oh, that was for your own protection, Raven. And now I'm going to ask you to do something else, too.
What?
Take your clothes off.
What?
Take your clothes off, Raven. You won't catch cold. It's plenty warm in here.
Are you out of your mind? Why should I do that?
Well, because of this.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Mild Ivory Liquid. It helps hands stay young-looking. And by Love's disposable diapers. Your baby's comfort begins with Love's.
I remember when we used to get home at this hour, but Jamie here sure changed that. Now keeping him comfortable is far more important than anything we could do for ourselves.
That's why we give him Love. It cradles him in comfort. We tried some elastic diapers that cost less, but they didn't all fit like Love's. Look,
If the padding's real wide, it bunches up a lot between his legs. But Love's padding is curved like an hourglass to fit him comfortably. We wouldn't dream of giving our little night owl anything less than Love's.
Your baby's comfort begins with love.
I'm 24 years old.
So am I.
One of these joggers is not 24. She's 35 with 3 kids. Eileen Wesson. Can you tell who's who? Eileen looks 24. How about their hands? Look closely. They look young, too.
My hands deserve as much attention as the rest of me. That's why I use Ivory liquid. Just the name Ivory means mildness to me, and I think the rich, mild suds do help my hands stay young-looking, even with all the dishes I do.
Still can't tell who's Eileen?
Yes, I'm the 35-year-old. Jogging helps keep me young.
And what helps your hands look so young?
Ivory liquid. The mildness really makes a difference.
Mild Ivory liquid helps hands look young.
Oh, no, Ian. Don't tell me about your espionage activities. I don't want to know. As a matter of fact, the less I know about your dirty dealings, the better I like it.
All right.
And the less I know, the less I'll be able to tell people if they should choose to ask me.
Camilla, I wouldn't want to cause you any suffering on my account.
Oh, don't be concerned. I'm going to be 1,000 miles away from you in a few days.
Oh, so it's all go. You'll be leaving for New York shortly.
Yes, we'll be leaving for New York.
What, you and that youth, Gavin Wiley?
Mm-hmm. As soon as he testifies.
A murder trial. I haven't really been following it. Something about a woman being killed in a television studio, is that right?
Yes, and Gavin had to see the murderer leave the building. You know, there's something interesting about the case.
What's that?
It may be a coincidence, but she was strangled just like Patricia with a cable, although in Patricia's case it was a telephone wire. Ugh. Gavin's going to testify the beginning of the week, and then we'll be off.
That doesn't leave you much time, does it?
I have time to say goodbye. Which reminds me, may I use your phone?
Be my guest. You may have your privacy.
Thank you. Oh, damn busy.
No, Mr. Eccles, I don't want just one appraisal. I want 2, and I want every assurance I can get that these men are the best in their field. Well, let's not talk about the fee. We're discussing a $60 million investment. I'd like to be absolutely sure. All right, fine. Yes, you can reach me at this number at any time. Thank you. $60 million in diamonds. It should be something to see. Whitney residence?
Ah, you are there. I was afraid the phone was going to be busy all night.
Hello, Camilla. To what do I owe this pleasure?
A question. Do you have any plans for this evening? I was wondering. Do you?
I was planning to curl up with a good bank book.
Oh, fascinating. Listen, why don't you bring the bank book over here? We'll both curl up on the couch together.
The book isn't mine, Camilla. It's Schuyler Whitney's, and I thought that the couch was Gavin Wiley's.
I'll ignore that statement. Spencer, I want to see you. Really, I do. Please say you will.
I've had a long day, Camilla.
All the more reason you should relax, then. Why don't we go have a quiet drink together, hmm? How does that sound?
Ridiculous. What is he, some kind of a sex maniac?
Raven?
Why are you doing this to me? I'm the one who's trying to help you.
Oh, no, I can't explain that to you right now, Raven. You know how secret this intelligence business is.
Well, they may be secret, but they're not intelligent.
Perhaps not. I'll tell you what. I'll give you your clothes back if you just tell me where the phone book is.
Is that why you took them from me, of all the stupid, ridiculous things?
No. No, the reason we took them from you is to prevent you from leaving us.
Who is us? Who is this person out there?
Someone with a great deal less patience than I have, Raven. someone whose solution to this problem is much cruder than mine.
Solution for what?
Our mutual problem.
I have already told you there won't be a problem. If you give me proof that Sky is clear of all charges, all you have to do is tell him to his face and tell everybody else, and then you'll get what you want.
Now, that is the problem. You want to make a public issue out of something that's strictly a private affair.
No, I don't. We don't have to tell the whole world. We just have to tell Skylar, the Carrs, Derek Mallory, and Geraldine.
I've already told you. I assured them of this.
Well, then why don't we go over there right now and talk to them?
No. We're not going anywhere. No, not until you tell me where that computer disk is.
No, I'm not going to do that. Because I don't understand why you brought me to this place, why you locked me in here, why you pulled a gun, why you took my clothes. No CEA person would do that. You're probably not even a CEA person at all.
Constantine.
What are you doing here?
You wanted someone with authority, Raven. Well, here you are.
Tell us where the disc is, Mrs. Devereaux.
Why should I do that?
Because if you don't, Mr. Cameron here will explain to you why he brought you to this particular place.
Why did he bring me to this particular place?
Because it's a good 2 miles to the nearest residence. Well out of the range of human hearing.
Hearing?
You know, screams.
All right. I'll tell you.
If you really want a perm, get a Tony. Real curl, real bounce, real swing, bop, bop. If you really want a perm, get a Tony. Real curl, real bounce, real swing, bop, bop.
If you want it to last,
Tony,
get a real perm.
Tony.
The soft and lasting perm.
If you really want a perm, get a Tony. Real curl, real bounce, real swing.
See how good you can look?
If you really want a perm, get a Tony. Real curl, real bounce, real swing. Tony.
The soft and lasting perm.
Real swing.
Announcing the Alpo Lucky Dog Super Game. Your chance to win one of more than 1,000 Commodore personal computers. How do you play? Just give your dog the food dogs love. Look for any specially marked cans of Alpo, bags of Alpo Dry, and boxes of Liver Snaps treats. And play the Alpo Lucky Dog Super Game. Your chance to win a Commodore computer for your home. Look for these specially marked Alpo products in your store now.
I'm not really sure I should have told you all of that, Miles. I know Jody's not going to appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I had no idea she was still playing detective. I thought she had a genuine crush on this preacher, if crush is the right word.
From what I've seen of Preacher, I'd say that word is dangerous. That's the only reason I snitched on Jody. I hope you understand that.
I understand that. I think you're being a real friend to her telling me this.
But I don't know what it is that you can do. Jody is determined to do something to help Nicole.
So am I. And I know what can help her. It's just that I can't get you or Cliff or anybody else to listen to me.
Yes, I know that.
Nicole is innocent. She really is. That's the truth. I've got to be the one who's guilty of Nora's murder.
Unless Jody is right, and it is Preacher.
He's about the only person in town whose innocence hasn't been established. That doesn't make him guilty.
No, but try telling Jody that.
Believe me, I have every intention.
Speak of the devil.
Must be a sign from heaven. Excuse me a minute. Don't worry. I'm not going to tell Jody's secret. I'm not even going to accuse him of murder. All right? Thanks a lot, Preacher, really. Hello, Preacher.
Hey, Doc, how you feel, man?
I'm all right.
Whoa, you're not with Jody, huh?
No, my wife's... Why don't you take these off?
Oh, man, I'm
My wife
sorry.
is going to join me in a little while. What are you, all alone here?
No, man, I just stopped by to get a little bite to eat.
Sit down for a second.
Oh, man, make yourself comfortable. I mean, any brother-in-law of Jody's is, well, whatever, right?
What is this, night off from your disco?
No, man, I got to get back. I just, don't want to eat what they serve there because it's a poor excuse for food, you know. Don't tell anybody I said that. That's just between you and me and the wall, all right?
Your secret is safe with me.
Good. Also, I just want to tell you, that was really hip the way, you and Miss Kavanaugh just let me drop by the other night.
I'll tell you, just give us a little more advance notice next time. We'll try to be more hospitable.
Listen, maybe... No, you wouldn't go for that.
What?
I could maybe invite you two guys back to my little humble abode and cook you up some dinner, because, man, I can cook now.
Can you really? Wow. No end to your talents.
Man, I'm still finding them out, too, you know. But see, I'm a real fussy eater, so I've, like, cooked most of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good skill to have, cooking.
No, I had, like, these 2 jobs as a short-order cook, but I didn't like them. See, the job I got now I like. I mean, where else can you dance and meet so many fine women, huh?
I bet you met a lot of them, too, haven't
Oh,
you?
yeah. Let me tell you something. Not one of them has ever got next to me like your sister-in-law.
Yeah, I know you like them all. I've seen you in action. you like Barbara, didn't you? You know, my nurse.
Yo, man, why you gotta bring that up?
Nothing. You knew her, that's all.
Man, I knew her a short time, man, and you know that, and I didn't have nothing to do with putting a hurting on that girl, right?
Hey, listen, I'm not making any accusations. What are you talking about? Everybody knows her friend Nora Fulton was the one who beat her. Listen, can you understand that? You knew Nora. Can you picture her capable of that much violence?
Yeah, but where do you get off thinking I knew Nora Fulton that well, huh? Huh?
You did, didn't you? And I'll tell you something. I'll bet you were afraid of her.
Does your bathroom remind you of a locker room? Mine does. With my kids, dirt and germs really build up. That's why I cometize. That means I clean and disinfect. Only Comet has chlorinol, so it cleans the toughest bathroom grime and wipes out up to 99% of bathroom germs. In fact, Comet even has more germ-killing power than the leading pine cleaners. I don't trust my bathroom to any other cleanser. Don't compromise. Cometize.
You know what everybody used to do when they saw frosting. Now, Duncan Hines introduces the first two-finger frosting.
Two-finger frosting from Duncan Hines. Tastes even better on your cake.
It's a smooth, creamy, ready-to-spread frosting. A frosting good enough to be called Duncan Hines.
That's creamy frosting.
Two-finger frosting from Duncan Hines. Tastes even better on your cake.
Try new Duncan Hines creamy frosting. It's two-finger good.
This is New Orleans' world-famous Arnold's restaurant. We secretly replace the fine coffee they normally serve with Folgers crystals. Our dark, sparkling Folgers crystals rich enough to top off a fabulous meal? Watch.
Do you have more? I mean, it's delicious.
And a good, rich body and flavor.
It was Folgers crystals.
I don't believe.
Oh, no. You mean instant? I would serve it at home because it's delicious.
I'd like another cup.
Folgers crystals. Coffee rich enough to be served in America's finest restaurant.
No, listen, all I'm saying is anybody who knew Nora Fulton had good reason to be afraid of her. I mean, the lady was psychotic, right? She bore grudges against people.
Come on, man, I didn't know her that long. And besides that, she didn't know me long.
Come on. Barbara was her friend. She introduced the two of you. She had reasons, you know.
Hey, man, what are you trying to prove here? You trying to tell me something?
No, listen, I'm just making
What are you trying to prove, man?
Hey, relax. If you don't like the subject, we'll change it.
You know what I would like? I'd like for you to change tables is what I'd like.
Whatever you say.
Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. I don't mean to be no hard-nosed with you, man. I'm trying to be friendly. I'm trying real hard to be friendly.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And I know you're Jody's family and everything, and I know she thinks a lot about you. She talks about you all the time.
Does she? It's good to hear.
Yeah, so, like, I don't want to have no hassles with you. I want everything between you and me to go real smooth and easy, because Jody's real special to me.
She's very special to us, too.
Is that ever a problem with you? Huh? Do you ever think that maybe I'm not special enough, huh? Huh? Well, maybe you should put a freeze frame on that thought, doctor, and think about it a long time, just because I'm not your type. I don't dress like you, I don't talk like you, and I don't walk like you. Huh? Well, what's special is she digs me, and that makes me special. Okay? So that makes me real important to you. Okay? So you better think about that hard and long and find something about me that you might like. Because I may be around for the rest of your life. Okay?
See you around, preacher. Enjoy your dinner.
Come on! What do you get served around here? Raise some hell? Come on!
So you finally managed it, hmm? You finally managed to put yourself out of a job.
That's right. Final check came from Mrs. Saxon this morning.
What was the grand total? How much did Schuyler Whitney finally manage to convert into hard cash?
You don't have to know that, Camilla.
Don't be secretive, Spencer. Tell me.
What's the difference? You couldn't live long enough to spend all the money that guy has.
I'd love to try. I'd like to know, anyway.
Well, it's around 60 million.
Where is this mountain of money at the moment?
What would you like to do, bathe in it?
What a lovely erotic idea.
It's in a cash account, Camilla, but it won't be for long.
Why not?
Because I made a suggestion and the boss liked it.
What was it?
Oh, he's been so damn concerned about mobility lately, I just suggested the most mobile form of money that I know.
You fascinate me, darling.
I thought you might be interested in diamonds.
Diamonds? How thrilling. I thought diamonds were a girl's best friend.
These aren't for wearing, darling. These are commercial grade, the highest quality, perfect blue whites. One of the nice things about them is their compactness. You can put, say, $60 million worth into a small, single case.
Why would you want to hide them in a case? Does Whitney intend to travel with the diamonds?
I don't know why he hasn't told me, and I've stopped asking.
Oh, faithful Spencer. Yours not to reason why, yours but to do. Or die. Have you done it?
Oh, yes, I've already made the transactions.
How are you going to know if the diamonds are really worth all that?
They'll be appraised by 2 different appraisers.
Ah, very smart. Oh, what an idea. Diamonds. So much better than negotiable bonds, and infinitely more aesthetic. And actually, much more anonymous. One could sell a diamond anywhere on Earth, couldn't one?
One could.
Or 2 could. Speaking of traveling, have I told you that I'm leaving Monticello next week?
No, you didn't.
Well, I am. I'm going to New York. I'm finally going to try that job in the theater. I've always wanted a career in the theater.
Well, I wish you luck, Camilla.
Well, thanks. We'll need it.
We?
Gavin Wiley's going too. Same reason. Of course, you ought to realize that. You put him out of a job when you closed the Whitney Theater.
Sky Whitney closed that theater. I was just the hatchet man.
Poor Gavin. He really needs a job. And I think he's going to have a good chance in New York through a friend of mine, a director.
So you're leaving with Gavin?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're going to brave the big city together. We're going to share the danger, share the excitement, share the rent.
That was the reason for this drink, wasn't it? So you could gloat over your new lover.
Gloat, oh, Spencer.
I'm surprised with you, Camilla. You're no longer obsessed with finding yourself a rich lover. Well, I hope at least Gavin is a good one.
You're angry. I didn't mean for that. Honestly, Spencer, I just wanted to say goodbye.
Goodbye, Camilla.
Wait a minute, Spencer. Oh, you weren't supposed to take like this at all.
What do you want from me? My blessings?
No, I want your jealousy.
You know, Camilla, that is the first honest statement I've ever heard from you.
Oh, really? Well, I have another honest statement for you, if you can take it.
I can't wait.
I want to leave Monticello. I'd love to travel. I'd love to lead an exciting life, but it doesn't necessarily have to be with Gavin Wiley.
Maybe it's too young for me now. But not for long.
I'm gonna wash that gray right out of my hair.
Loving care is the best way to wash away gray, without peroxide, without changing your natural hair color.
So I wash that gray right out of my hair. Oh, I wash that gray right out of my hair.
With Clairol Loving Care.
They're all back. TV's favorite families on The Family Feud. Join Richard Dawson as he welcomes your old friends from Batman, Gilligan's Island, Lost in Space, and Hawaiian Eye.
Will Batman do it?
The next 2 weeks on The Feud.
I hate those.
What?
Those glasses. I can't tell whether you're looking at me or not.
I'm looking at you.
Well, stop it.
I'm supposed to be watching you.
Do you have to watch me every second? Can't you read a magazine or something? Some kind of friend you turned out to be.
Whoever said I was a friend?
You certainly made my husband think you were honest.
There is no honesty.
I certainly believe that. Ian said that all you ever wanted to do was get the phone book for him.
Maybe I still want to do that.
I don't believe that for a second. You want it for yourself. Cameron isn't really a member of the CEA, is he? He works for himself. I bet he's a member of the KBG.
That's KGB.
I bet you work for them, too.
Why don't you just relax, Mrs. Devereaux? It'll all be over soon.
They're not going to hurt Ian, are they? I mean, if Cameron gets what he wants, there's no reason for him to hurt my husband.
Hello.
Who the devil are you?
Your maid was kind enough to let me in. I must admit to a small deception. I said I had an appointment.
I repeat my question.
Oh, my name is Cameron. David Cameron. Counter-espionage agency.
Now, what do you want with me?
Well, you know, in actual fact, we did have an appointment. We have had an appointment for a long time now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh! Computer. How interesting. Well, I guess all kinds of different professions are finding uses for computers these days, Even yours, Mr. Devereaux.
Would you kindly tell me what you want?
Yes, I've come here to play a chess game with you, Mr. Devereaux.
Thorogran is so thorough. They ought to call it Thorogran.
That's because Thorogran M from Squibb gives you twice the vitamin A, more than twice the B1, B2, B3, and C of Centrum.
So thorough. They ought to call it Thorogran.
And twice the vitamin A, more than twice the B1, B2, B3, and C of One-A-Day.
Now that's one thorough multivitamin.
Thorogran is so thorough, they ought to call it Thorogran.
Chick realizes women come in all shapes and sizes. That's why jeans by are proportioned to fit, from leg to waist, hip to hip. Whether you're a sweet petite, long and lean, or in between.
Don't you know?
Chick's got your jeans.
Chick jeans.
In 27 sizes, because Chick realizes that jeans should come in all shapes and sizes. Get a free Chick Hobo bag with purchase.
Tonight, the Fall Guy is off to rescue an heiress before she hands over her fortune to a mastermind of control. Then, your favorite stars from ABC, CBS, and NBC compete in the most exciting and hilarious battle of the network stars, hosted by Howard Cosell and Morgan Fairchild.
Sharks are a cold-blooded eating machine. But how dangerous are they? To find out, I went for a swim with one.
Plus, should students with poor grades be forced out of sports competition?
And good news, some of those products for your hair really do work. I'll tell you about them on 2020 Thursday.
It's the best shape you've ever been in. Sergio Valente activewear. Get it on!
I'm Ernie Anastas. Coming up today on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, an outbreak of a dangerous disease at an office building in Lower Manhattan. Officials say that 35 cases have now been confirmed, and there's a mass immunization going on right now. We'll have that story for you, and we'll have this.
One of the oldest drinks around is one of the newest drinks in town. I'm Mara Walensky. I'll have the story.
And the magic man of the movies shows us how he creates unbelievable special effects at 5.